Okay, it says we are live, so I'm gonna take Discord at its word for it, or OBS at its word for it, and we're just gonna take that as is. So, how is everybody? I'm gonna start the game in just a second, and we're gonna see what everything's looking like. See, we're gonna try something new today, where I'm going to be able to look at my live chat on the phone. So I'll be able to interact with all of you in chat. So let's get started. Pardon me if I log into the mobile. Mm. And I just saw that there is a academic agent reviewing Don the Plebs the Academic Problem. I'll give you a couple guesses what I side with on that mess. Do do. There we go. That's hmm. Now, can no one see the game? Is my question, because it does not look like anyone can see the game that I'm playing, which would be absolutely foobar. I don't understand why that is happening. So let me exit here and go to Discord, see what's going on there. Yeah, everything seems to be good there. Um, let's check what's going on. Oh, Lady of Columbia, let me be very, very clear. I have always, 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 always uh, been on the Don the Pleb side of things. So that's oh, there we go. It was just a delay. Okay, that makes sense. So let me go back. Okay, it's gonna do that as long as I'm not on the screen. So I'm switching back and forth. So the screen's gonna switch yet again. There's reasons. Do all right. It should jump back in just a minute. Okay. So we are live, and of course, the Discord link is in the description. So if anyone wants to jump in and join me in the chat, they are free to do so. We are in the game lounge, and so yeah, that's where we are at with this. So okay, I'm just gonna just BS until I can see the game again on the screen because it disappeared again. Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's the same thing, the endless philosophy, fear of doing anything, waiting till you're in power before anything that becomes viable is it's an endless circle jerk, is what it becomes. So, just so you know, you do not be paralyzed by philosophy. That is essentially the ultimate talk, in my opinion, is letting your philosophy get in the way of your progress, your activism. So, I mean, I'm not gonna knock AA when AA does shit. I'm always going to, give credit where it's due. But if you're not doing shit, what are you doing? Um, all right. So, does it show up when I go to Discord? Wait about 10 seconds. One, two, three. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay.
Any good news?
Okay, we are playing on the screen. We are good to go, or so it seems. All right. So, oh, that's peculiar. Your stream is still running. Now it's showing and now it turns off again. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Hmm, because that is curious and curiouser. Let me try something else. Yeah. Thank you, Lady of Columbia, for being so godly and patient, because this is annoying me as well. It should not be doing this, but alas, it is doing this. So here we go. Um, and the weird ass thing is, I know why it's doing it. It's just so incredibly bizarre. Um, okay, so your stream is still running. We just paused this preview to save your resources. Yeah, that's. Oh, I think I know where I need to fix that then. So, no, it's not there. It's an OBS. This is an OBS issue. And good evening, Cheese Bear. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to see you here. Let me see if I can um on this bizarre little thing where it says your stream is still running. We just pause this preview to save your resources. They are lying. They are lying to my face. I know. I know. It's not complicated. I know what is going on. What's going on? Stupid. It's OBS being a dick. Um. Well, since I'm pretty much on my own anyway, and I can actually read chat. Let's um. Let's just do this. All right, that should show up in a couple of seconds. I know. Perish the thought of the Democrats lying to us all, right? Right? They would never. There we go. There it is. Okay, boys and girls, let's just get back to the fun. So, do. All right.
You've located the tomb of the former king. I knew you'd do it.
Yes. Yes, I would do it. Do. Okay, so I has
Quite a
the
bit to
keys
think
to the
about.
kingdom. Me, let me edit this. Settings for a second. I do not like. Turn it down to 20. Apply. Okay. There we go. But yes, I have been lied to. Horrendously. Fiendishly. Dun, dun, ba-bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. Hang on, give me 1 second. I'm going to end going live on the gaming channel because point. Alright, so off we go. So, how am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. Um, what is the latest thing that's gone on? Hit me with the latest news. Because something big happened and my brain forgot. Because I know something major has occurred. Something I shouldn't have forgotten, but I did somehow. Okay, so what is down you? Ah, a secret merchant. Secret merchant. This. How much else do I have? Hmm, 5 peons. You're relaxing. Back to work tomorrow after last week on leave. Oh, that must have been somewhat nice, actually. I actually like it when I have breaks and time for family. So, okay, so Don yelled at AA because he is tired of academics circle jerking. General Mills food processing explosion. French. There we go. The French election. That's what we were talking about. And here's my Hoblin being cringe. Live cringe.
You're the one who
I wish I could spare you the agony.
you
Let's.
blocked.
Um.
I wanted to. What?
Okay. Okay. So yes, the French elections happened. Um. Well, Don is always yelling at A. To be honest. That's just kind of a recurring thing where AA whines and Don yells at him, and AA kind of gets his shit together. Then he whines some more, and then Don yells at him some more, and the cycle repeats. It's almost like a Marine circle jerk.
Rest.
And let's be honest. Looks like the globalists won again. No, they didn't win. They just cheated again. Everyone knows that Le Pen was far more popular than Macron, whose approval ratings were abysmal. Because when you let your society fall apart to invaders, that's just kind of what you deserve.
Did mom go to bed?
Most likely. So,
What's
all
that?
right. So,
Is that YouTube or the Steam game?
no, this is not Witcher.
It's the Steam game.
Lost Ark. But
So basically, I can tell mom you almost cursed at me.
almost cursed at you.
I literally
My
heard that.
child is lying on
I
me.
heard that. I know what that is because I hear it all the
Adults get brain farts all the time. I was trying to think of something more creative than Goblin. Eh,
time. Well, it's recording, and I could like copy the same video, edit, and trim out all the
child, the only
pieces.
one who thinks you have potentially been wrong is you. Go ahead, flip it, play it, put it on repeat.
Oh, you're here.
You has my permission.
I'd still do it if I didn't.
We have high
Okay,
expectations for this one.
go for it. All right. So where are we in terms of quests? Do
And Frank is
get the
boring.
royal seal.
Oh, did you see what I commented on?
No, no, I didn't. So teach a polite greeting technique.
Hey,
Roster.
Frank, your live stream is like really behind on what you're saying.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like right when you were stopping right there,
Do,
maybe here.
do, 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 da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-da-dee-dum. Do, do, do. So, terms of quests. Let's see where we're at with quests. Da-da-dum, 5. Oh, did I just leave that area?
Change will come.
Oh, you're here. I hope they throw a ball or something.
Okay. Um, yes. A level up has occurred. Hmm.
Change will come.
Wonder what hide gets all those ingredients.
Hmm.
Salute the hero of the wand.
Oh, okay, so. Hmm. I don't exactly want to go. I want to do this second quest right here. It's so locate. That is. Oh, okay. I need to go back the way I came. Hmm. 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 Oh, okay. I know what this is. So, I'm sorry, guys. I did not know that I was this retarded. Ah. But no, I will be catching up on the academic agent and Don the pleb ram because
I've prepared a few things here that I hope will make your duties easier to perform.
Mm. All right, so we have 15,000 uses for the.
This is available for you to check at any time, my lord.
All right.
The climate is mild, and the resources are abundant in these lands.
Go to the island with the
Since you
lab.
have interest, this can become the best part of Ruterra.
Hmm. I've been out of town a few days. What happened at the food processing plant? I have no idea. That is a new one. General Mills food processing plant explosion. No idea. That is news to me as well. Whew. So if anyone else can assist with that little tidbit, I'd appreciate it because I don't know. Now, what I do know is that a couple days ago, uh, yesterday in fact, I was on Sasquatch's live stream and we talked about aliens and elves and shit, and that was pretty entertaining. So I don't know anything about this Mills explosion thing.
You can make all kinds of decisions in maintenance mode.
Hmm. Hmm. So basically, they have added a Farmville to this game,
That must
which
be
is
your attention
interesting.
anyway. Thank you for taking care of it so quickly.
Ah, well, you missed something good last night, but in any case, we just pretty much shot the shit about aliens and stuff. It was pretty interesting. Um, do- oh my gosh, non-GMO plants. Interesting. That's not suspicious at all. Okay, so one, go to workshop, craft. Okay.
We have a guest, my lord.
What? I don't like guests.
The Lord of Wavestone promised us some sailors.
But how dare you promise me sailors? I mean, how dare he presume my sexuality? Ahem. Dispatch station, where I'm about to throw some gays from my roof. Show me these gay sailors.
That's a relief.
You were a little about the dispatch because we didn't have enough sailors, but more on to was just in time. He sounds like he wants me to be gay. We are going to reject this. They've also got various items required to run the stronghold. Seeing as the cart is here, they've arrived. Okay, so
Thank you for coming all this way, Lord Cowles.
So what is this I hear about the King's Knight being granted a stronghold? Cal's Moronto can't let this opportunity pass. The sailors I brought from the port should be a big help.
yep, it looks like a gay. All right.
Lord Cowles seems calm, don't you think?
Hmm. I see. Hmm. So now I have to clicky click to make sure I has gay sailors. um. Okay. So what is this? Storage. Storage is storage. Unsurprisingly. So let's dismantle. Socialists in Washington running for Congress wants $30 per hour minimum wage. That will cure inflation. Oh, yes, yes. Don't you know? That is how inflation is cured. I mean, this is the way. How could we not know this? Okay, so we're going to dismantle Champ Shaw. I mean, in all seriousness, looking at the absolute crap show that is our current economy and system, like yeah, things are going. They're just digging their own graves. Like I don't no. Lab at the top of the screen. Finish researching how to build Menagerie. Now, to be clear, I also am kind of indebted to AA. He did give one of my videos a boost, which was greatly appreciated. Um, do so this. Whew. Oh, hmm, hmm, hmm. A necessary procedure.
Flame, the trade merchants now.
Okay, so I have to make them. Wow, this is highly bureaucratic. Okay, so control one, go to the lab, trade permit, research. Okay. The second issue with raising minimum wage, wages of others need to be increased as well. Would you like fries with that person as an assistant manager, manager, regional manager? Yes. Yeah, the amount of
Merchants carry special goods.
entitlement, exactly.
Trade then.
It does
Turn
raise
gold into a
the
confidence
cost of everything
boost.
else, but you know, these people are not geniuses.
Trade merchants that are
That's why they
contracted
say this
can
stupid shit.
sometimes be a forced stronghold.
Expecting them to actually play out their own theories is asking for too much. Or they'll say something stupid like, why should they want more money for being more competent? Well, that's greed, don't you know? Making those who make society run the demons. Exactly. You're entitled to work or to starve. That is the way of the world. And, That's how it works. Alright. So I'm going to buy some radiant Cyborus crystals. This is a necessary purchase. A command economy a la Lost Ark. So let's see what it's all about.
Wow, nice place you got here. My stuff is nice too. Take a look.
Okay, yeah, those who do not work shall not eat. Oh wait, that's Marxism. Fucking new. Oh my god. That's mm,
Well done. Let me escort you to the manor. I have crafted a special device in the manor, referencing the ancient tome Nahum left in the past.
mm,
The manor offers a variety of stronghold-wide beneficial effect. Choose wisely.
mm. Let's look at spot.
You can manage your manor through the tome as well.
Mm. The difference between socialism and communism: communism dictates you work. Socialism entices you with handouts that depend on Big Daddy government. Once you are fooled, morphs into communism. Well, Ayn Rand says it's the difference between um, murder and suicide or something like that. So, Caucasian, I have a new earbud mic thingy. Yeah, I'm always on that thing, and you can always tell because the audio is shit. Um, so yeah, that's where we're at. I think we're done with this
Oh,
little thing
is there
here
anything else I
almost.
can ask for you?
And nothing we can do should you perform the song. Okay.
Congratulations.
Everyone's in good spirits. I knew you'd make a good leader. Lutera has prepared a gift for you and your subjects.
So I'm being given a feast by the King of Lutera because reasons.
Let's catch up after a drink.
All right.
Congratulations from His Highness himself.
Why am I keep talking to my butler? Don't want to keep talking to the help. Oh. So you will be my slave. Fantastic. All right. So with all of that done, let's go to an actual adventure. Let's do this. Let's go to West Lutera. No, come on. No, East Lutera. Let's try East Lutera. Dun, 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 dun. There we go.
It's been a while since I've seen a stranger here. What brings you here?
Trying to keep me out of the forest. He's trying to stop me.
A ghost in there. It saw me.
Ah, yes, the bard. Whew. The pledging stone needs where loyalty isn't far from here. You know, it's been near for a while. It's very dangerous. Or the viewer said it was better anyway, and gives me the option of a two-cam show or a reference media and chat screen in a debate/discussion format. Yeah, get that debate format up. I will be totally down. So Sasquatch, we can do this. Yeah, you get to be a little pick in the corner. Song to remember. I get to pick white roses. Mm, okay, so wait, was that all I needed? Okay. You need several folks to contact you on different apps simultaneously. Wow, that sounds like a pain in the ass, my dude. Just let me know what it's gonna take. Yikes. So, my thoughts and prayers to you, Sasquatch. Godspeed. Get it done. Long ago in the garden of the clay soldiers. Oh wait, I mean it wasn't that long ago, but you have to consider this will be sung by future generations. I will make an amazing song out of this. Oh, but I do.
You still insist on going after that
Most of these
monster?
items I'm collecting in this game, I don't even know what they do. Alright. Alright. Defeat clay soldiers and collect relic fragments. So, okay. I am restore the Lestrin family. Alright. Relic slowly takes shape, and then show the relic to Jaw, as opposed to Goth. Level up already? Jeez. What are they trying to say? Alright, investigate the king's tomb. Alright, so under communism, you might have no goods left for sale in the bakery, but three must stand in the shop until closing time. It's still your job to be there regardless of purpose or value of work. Uh-huh. It rewards presence. You know, if communism rewarded presence, why were there so many mass graves? Um, just a little food for thought. Communism and mass graves. Why? All right, so here I go, clearing the dungeon. Please hold thy comments until I am sufficiently safer, I suppose. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll be back there.
Leave now. This is your last warning.
Here we go. All right, so what have I got here? Specialization ring. Okay, let's add that in. Shackled intelligence. Thunder potion bomb. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, we'll deal with the rest of that later. The important thing is, I found this little neat side adventure where I got to find items off the map and, not die. So, ooh, what's over here? You guys are absolutely correct about the absolute state of communism. Uh, Nothing here is controversial. But here I go off to kill things yet again. So,
You shall not defile this place of peace.
oof.
This is my throne.
I killed the white mage. Did I do a bad?
Strong. Your soul is broken with approaching dawn. Approach the soul deep.
Hear that? I defeated the white mage, so I am worthy. There's an old book. The great, the late great King Terra decided to steal one of the seven pieces of the Ark with him in his tomb. Construction works of unprecedented scale were carried out after his passing. An endless line of knights stood watch over his tomb, wishing to protect their master even after his death. I'm also here to protect this tomb with my life. I hope the owner of the Ark will show up, as His Majesty always wanted, before all of us turn into mindless wraiths. Well, good luck with that. So, activating.
I shall light the beacon.
Hmm. You mean it leads to another tomb? It don't say.
That lantern would illuminate the darkness and guide you to King Luterra's resting place.
In of this test, I will find what I seek. I hope so. You're kidding me. Okay, so okay, guys, chat. I have two paths. I can go left or I can go right. Which way should I go? Left or right, senor? Everyone here, left or right, please. I would appreciate your input. Left or right, people. We're at an impasse. I cannot make these decisions on my own. And besides, I finally have a situation where I can interact with the audience. So, all right, we have a direction. We're going right. Okay, so R. Okay, so hmm, guys, I'm dying. All right. So let's enter. All right. I'm that email. I have an idea for a painting. Honestly, I'm trying to get previous guests to share some stuff, and while some do so a week later, which is weird, but okay. I hope you know that you can take anything you want from my channel and clip it. I have no bone in that fight. We're going left, people. The tomb part. Oh, look at these big guys. Die. Ugh. Yeah, that's what makes the community posts a little weird, is that they do take some time, apparently, especially if you're like us and you're in the shadow ban land. Canceling student debt. Now, this is where you got to hear me out. I am for canceling student debt on the condition that we cancel all federal funding to the Department of Education. Suck on that for a bit. Now, why don't you? Okay, so Light the third beacon. Oh, how do you cancel current debt while continuing to issue it? You let the lender know that they're not getting their money back. That's how you do that shit. You tell them they have to eat their losses, and all of a sudden those funds will dry up rather quickly. So, just fuck them entirely. I have no conundrum with this. Do do. Oh, no. What happened with Discord is apparently for my live streams, what was it? Um, Apparently for your live stream, OBS will not record unless you're on the screen that you tell it you're recording. Does that make sense? And yes, you are both correct. If the educational institution itself wants to, you know, invest in the studentry, that is what it's supposed to be. And besides, and I know that I might get in trouble with this, but education is supposed to be for the elite because they have the time and the money and the resources to waste time doing fruity intellectual bullshit. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you will never get an Indiana Jones from the hood. That's not gonna happen. Oh, give me a moment. Yeah, there's no one in the Discord, so that's all kosher. But if you put a Windows source instead of a sound source, you can put the Discord under all sources and it should work. Interesting. Hmm. I'll have to look up what you're talking about later, Sasquatch, because that is infinitely uh, interesting. Okay, this king got a palace for his resting place. Like, all of this is for one dude. One dude. All of this. One dude. Oh, why? That, well, of course. Because of course they do. Uno. I know that's an inside joke, and I'm sorry I'm not in on it. Make sure to collect all of your collectibles in this game, even if you're in the, you know, I've always been curious in these games, endless henchmen coach me and die. Yeah, charge you and die, correct. You would think that some infamy and fear would just take over the enemy and you wouldn't have to fight as hard. Oh, that is a dragon. So, yeah, I have to slay the dragon. That's that's a thing now. All right, I think I killed the dragon. Why are there more fire pests? Okay, where did all of these fire pests really come from? I'm sensing a story. Okay, in this world, do dragons breed like spiders or something? That would be terrible. That would be absolutely terrifying. Oh, come on, don't tell me I have to face the dragon again. I don't even have to fight him, I can just run. Oh, well, here we are then. Okay, so, I would have tried taming the dragon, but, I don't, that just doesn't look attractive. I don't want him as a, alright, let me teach this mofo a lesson. Uh, that's essentially what I did. I summoned ice to put out the dragon's wrath. Go What is this? Go to the king's bedroom. Okay. Only a woman has the power, but you will take credit.
My worthy successor, you have sought me out through the path of the light. I
Hmm.
sense an evil aura growing in strength. A vile power threatens to engulf the world in darkness. Behold the light of creation that bound the archdemon Casaros. I entrust this ark to you. Protect the mortal realm with its power. There are 6 other arcs hidden across the world. You must find them and save the light of the world from darkness.
I have to do this 6 more times. Alright. What bullshit have I earned? Hmm. I make a deal with Cthulhu to be able to overpower woman power no matter how many they are. Cthulhu screwed me and made by making the power heroin. Oh, the depressing part is you. There's a chance you're not lying. Okay, so speak with Armin at Termia Lebedev. So, mhm. And now only a man with a death with touch it. What's more, he knows it's death the first time he uses it. This is why men don't touch it. Hmm. Oh, I went to the wrong place, guys. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is the Termina Library. Please keep it down.
Hmm. Armin,
It took some
you
time, but
homo.
we found the first arc.
Let's go to Therain. Therain is gay. He's a little effeminate. I worry about him sometimes.
Remember to activate your tripod before code.
Hmm. Alright, so could you spare some time for the soldiers of the Fair Castle? I've rested for a long time. First with the Battle of Glorious Wall, and now the rebuilding of the kingdom. Give them some words of encouragement. Okay, so if you're the first dragon, can I be the next? I want the power to demand or destroy. Carnal, I'm a total panel sleuth between seasons. Panel sleuth.
Splendid. That you found the first arc.
Yes, I found it. So, Thyrian is faithless. Crucify him. Ugh. And what do I get from this one? Oh, Nahun. He is quite legendary. Charge, I like power, it tickles me. Cheese Bear, we've already covered your fetish for power. Leave us in peace.
Keep the arc safe.
Actually, don't leave us. I find this amusing. Very entertaining. To prepare for the day when all the arcs are brought together again, humans were made a promise to the leader of the Lazanites. There must be clues across this kingdom left behind by the Lazanites to help find the ark. Seek lift librarian Fudor. So, Fudor, why are you here?
Good tone, Naraka. Please keep it down.
Okay, Caucasian, are you drunk in my chat again? I mean,
Knowledge is wealth. Is the book
no harm if you are. I just like to know. Let's look up books on the left. They're not a popular research. This phrase went extinct in ancient times. There are not a lot of reference materials available on them. Oh, Sasquatch. I am not playing on Discord, so he couldn't join. Like this is just straight from OBS. Because again, we had shenanigans with the Discord. So yeah, that's what's happening there. Although, let me try something else. Let me try something else real quick. Hmm. Now, Sasquatch, you can join me in Discord right now if you can. Um, and let me see. Now we're doing this live, so it might not work. So uh, please have patience. Please have patience. Um, Mhm. So we're gonna do that. No, accept the friend request. Yeah, we're gonna try this again. Uh, okay, so mhm, okay, so let's see if it works now. Will it be obedient? God damn it. All right. Try this again. Oh, never mind. It's okay then. We'll just repent and go back to the Lost Ark. Okay. So, without any more further interruptions, because interruptions are rude, we are going to do. All right. So now I have to speak with Ephraim at the Menagerie Monastery. Where is Menagerie? Market Sunbright Hill. Oh, interesting. Hmm. So let's see here. Um, Medric Monastery. Speak with Abbot Methra. Where the hell is Ephraim? Is the question. Um. Oh, there we go. I think I butcher every name that I come across eventually. So,
May the gods be with you.
Adventurer, may the gods be with you. Are you looking for records on the Lazanids?
yes. Yes, I am. Give it to me.
Should pray about this.
Uh, okay, so find the record, find a monk, and then profit? Yeah, the baddies in here are particularly creepy. See, look at that. They're like BDSM zerglings. They're disgusting. I mean, seriously, who looks at this and says, I'm, do, yeah. There we go.
The Lazarus were the only people capable of flight. They were given the mission of observing and governing the world. But they deceived the gods and took the arks for themselves. Their wings were taken as punishment.
How's it going, Kingdom? Pleasure to see you. Now, I'm asking for other friends to interpret these words, which I already heard, but we know that the little people cannot interpret. So let's go back to East.
Remember to activate your triport. It will help you. That's in a record of the Lazaneth, stored in the Medric Monastery.
Oh, they were the world's first race, made in the image of Regulus himself. They stole the Ark and brought it down to Earth to protect the world. Having ignored their duty as the observers, they incurred the wrath of the gods and lost their wings as a punishment. They were no longer allowed to fly in the skies of Arcasia freely as observers. Instead, this record paired with this one in the castle, but that's also where they imprisoned the soul of demons, so it would be hard to access. Well, you don't have to jump. That's fine. You're good. You're good, Sasquatch. You're just dandy. You are under no pressure. No pressure at all. Hmm. Hmm. Get down, Cathedral, Catacomb. So, that would be interesting. So, oh, I see. Okay.
Remember to activate your triport.
Yes, Cheeseberry, you keep those comments to yourself. You know that you have nothing good to say. You can always tell it to my gay brother. He will take your snark. He will hold it to you. Not me though. I am too straight for that. Mostly. Mostly.
Please pray with us. May we stop those preparing to awaken.
Ah, you have the spirits of the demons from the chain war sealed inside during the war. Some bitch channeled the god power and find demons. Several demons in this orb. We moved into the catacombs. However, malicious ghosts reside inside and have grown dangerously strong. I'm sure the king's not counted them, of course. Move this orb into the headstone of confinement. How to seal a demon. Interesting. So, seal the demon's soul into the headstone. I will do this. Hmm, interesting.
Most Lasanists returned to Elgatia. The only remaining winged Lasneth was stationed at the holy site of Trixion to observe the future of the world.
That is a rabbit
Several
colony.
other Lasanists remained in Arcasia to serve as divine
Sasquatch,
It's okay.
guardians.
you are breaking up something fierce.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes,
It seems you
but
were
you
Is it
here
were
to
terrible?
look at the old
no, not now. Before it
programs.
was incredibly robot, and I was
That's because
concerned.
I was yelling. I'm sorry.
uh, doo-doo-doo.
Okay, so what's the topic?
The topic is whatever you want it to be. I'm just playing the game.
All
I
right.
am I'm just chilling right now, so you can
Something
talk my
surges
ear
through
off.
the energy coming
And
from the sealed
I'm not
cage.
sure if the uh, I don't know if anyone can hear you. I think it's literally just how do I put this? I think it's just
Please pray with us.
because I'm
May
not
we stop
streaming this
those
through
preparing to
Discord
awaken.
itself. Like your audio is not going to go through, so um, it should overlap though, shouldn't it? That's the crazy thing to me is
Nope,
you no.
it does not. No, sir. Unless you put Discord into your OBS as a retrievable sound source, it doesn't go into your mic feed for your channel on OBS.
Okay,
So
so I
you
can I do
can
that
put it
right
in.
now?
I'm not sure if Discord will allow you to do it while it's actually functioning, although it should. You should
Hmm.
be able to go to your sources and
Mm-hmm.
right click and create new,
Mm-hmm.
pick window, and then pick your Discord window as your source. Once that's created, name it whatever you want to name it and roll it all the way to the bottom of your stack so that it doesn't appear on your screen and isn't apparent. But you should get sound from it, and we will probably start echoing almost immediately. And if it doesn't, it's because the sound's not actually working on it, but it might pick me up at that point. I don't know.
Okay, give me a sec.
It kind of has to, it depends on how you have your presettings when you create the sound source, whether it's a window or any other sound source.
Okay,
When you create
it
the
is.
sound source,
Okay,
okay,
I think it's catching you because OBS is picking you up now.
okay, cool.
Yeah, OBS is picking you up. That was awesome. So, we have you on. So yeah, that's bitching. So we got it. This is awesome. So all right, so I just needed to create another source. So we're good. We're very good.
I'm
Um,
sorry, Cheese. I didn't realize you could hear me. I was trying to get to a point where I could read your chat and hear him, and I'm there. I'm at that point now. But I was trying to make sure that we were both having a conversation and it wasn't just him talking, sounding like a crazy person.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure everyone can hear us, which is
Yes,
fantastic.
Cheese says he hears us both perfectly well. So good. Hello, Cheese.
Hey, Cheese Bear, our favorite
And
cheesy
I can
bear.
watch you do your stuff, so that's cool too.
Yeah.
So what you just
See, I
finished
can't do that with
was
like any other app that I
a
do this way,
menagerie?
where I'm like backstage or whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
usually either can't see the comments, can't see the video, or can't talk to the creator.
Yeah, and
There's usually a limit there.
yeah, so what I'm doing right now is literally on my phone. I just have the browser on desktop mode and I'm watching the live stream on my phone. Horribly
Right.
inefficient. I It angers me that I have to do it that way, but yeah, when there's a will, we make ways. And this is nice
Yeah.
because I now have audio from the Discord feed, which is beautiful. So, um, we're back in business, boys. Uh, yes. Your powers have worked.
Thank you, Cheese.
She's
Don't know what I'm
she
doing without
she's has sent us her magical powers of the One Ring, her demonic womanly wiles, and
you. And what's that about you being blocked? That's not a possibility. No
huh?
way. Never.
Oh,
She says Sasquatch has me blocked. I can't see my comments.
mm,
Now
such
YouTube
lies.
does randomly block folks for no apparent reason that I can determine, and I have to go manually unblock them. Have you had that
Really?
problem? Oh yes,
Um,
sir.
I
Broken
might
System, Broken Press was
I
blocked in my chat.
I actually should double check that. I should sincerely double check.
Yeah, you
Whether
should. If you haven't checked in a while.
no, I haven't. You see, this is the burden of being hated by the algorithm, because my God, like who who else has to put up with this bullshit? Who else?
Apparently me.
No, no, no.
Hey, tell
Let,
me something. I asked you this the other day. Have you heard anything about a quote unquote, and this was written in caps, the anti woke network?
It's an honor to meet you.
oh my. Okay, the anti woke network. The
Right.
closest thing to an anti woke network that I am aware of is Andrew Torba. That's it. Like, and they're trying to
Okay.
do their parallel economy thing, and even that
Right.
is like half in, half out. So
Right. Right. It's not, it won't go nowhere.
it's not that I don't want it to be successful. It's that they don't have the resources to compete.
Right. Well,
And
no, I got an email. Check this out.
okay,
I got an email from a guy who's been doing YouTube for a while, telling me congratulations. When I say a while, I mean like 5 years. And
mm-hmm,
he's like, congratulations, you're one of the quote unquote in big letters quote unquote the Anti Woke Network, and it had me and about 30 other YouTubers that I was familiar with, and a whole bunch of others. You remember that weird line chart that came out that attached all the different right wing YouTubers?
Yeah.
You
The
remember that shit?
the
I
the
can't remember
alt
what the specifics on it
the
was.
alt right pipeline is what it was
Yeah,
purporting.
right. It was done like that, but it had at the top of it Anti Woke Network, and it showed all the different channels. And when I went and looked, I saw three of them that were previous guests: DJ K. Dot, uh, Fiona Rawls, and um, you, and
Really?
somebody else that has appeared on the channel, but I don't think they've been a guest, and I can't remember who it was. But it was like somebody that was really weird, like
Of my people, and stayed in
I don't
Arcadia.
know, I can't put my
I
finger
Okay.
on it. There
never
was another
worked
person in there. It was
for
really
the
weird to me that that popped up because I figured if it was a troll and they were aiming at me, they would have included most of my
my
guests,
destiny,
right?
my
Mm-hmm.
calling.
But it was a bunch of people I've never
It
freaking heard of.
opens the future to the
Interesting.
holy place
Okay,
And
so
here's the weirder
where
part.
faces the
uh-huh.
living.
2 days after I got the email, it's gone. Just poof. I can't find it.
You're shitting.
It like I've gone and looked in archives. I've gone and looked in like maybe it got I don't know shafted over to spam or something. Nope, just
Huh.
not there. I can't find it. I can't remember who it was that sent it, so I can't find it. I mean, dude uses like dummy freaking emails like they're water. So he just sent it from one
Mm,
of his random accounts, and I can't remember which account it was, so I can't find it. It's got to be there,
mm.
right?
This
It
crown isn't
should
just like
be.
the iron one
I
we
Hell, it,
mean,
hell, it came in a week ago. It should still be near the top of the list, but it's not there.
hmm. That is most perplexing.
It's very strange to me. And at that point, I really didn't want to recontact the guy because if they're doing some weird shit like Superband banhammer shit on Google, oh boy,
Uh-huh.
that would completely unravel the Caucasian Sasquatch. I established all of this through Google, everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh
I did it on purpose.
yeah.
I'm here to be bad.
I have been
Yes.
waiting for you.
I
Yeah.
mean, that is why we do this, to be awful and contrary. So,
Um,
Trixian.
No, actually, I'm doing this because I'd like to meet the various creators of YouTube, and I think in doing so, we may be able to divine
My
why they're all
plans
such
aren't
overwhelming
so
narcissist,
much
evil
for Arcadia.
bastards. Not all of them, but
Sort of
it's an overwhelming
watchtower
majority,
for
it
a reason.
seems.
it,
To
it
keep an
that
eye
is
on
weird
us.
because
The song of Trixian is the only way forward.
YouTubers, like in
You,
social
of
settings,
all
like
people,
in real
should be
life,
able to follow the
Yeah,
path
they're very,
of the
very
new
muted,
era for
yeah, they're
Arcadia.
very introverted. Like these people cannot.
but I can explain it.
Okay, please do.
All right. So there was a period of time in YouTube when everything was cat videos. You remember that?
Yeah.
People falling down, they hit their head, then there was a cat video. Somebody get a tooth knocked out, and then there was a cat video, and that was YouTube. And then the vlog occurred. Suddenly, everyone had a blog. There were millions of them. They were everywhere. 200 million people, then 200 trillion people staring into their camera, just blah, 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 blah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the YouTubers that are, 1,500,000 followers, 500,000 subs, these people, 200,000 subs that have been doing it for 8 years, 9 years, these people were largely either were originally vloggers or went through a vlogging period. And
Mm-hmm.
some of them have never escaped the vlogging mentality of everyone wants to know everything all the time. Some of these people, like Mandatory Carry, actually narrate their life.
Really?
Think about it. Anytime you talk to him, anytime you're sitting there having a discussion with him, watch him and think about the things that he says and the way he says them. He is performing as if he was on a stage in every case. I bet you he's the sweetest guy you never met. In actual face to face, in person, where he can like poke you, but he's cuddly
Okay.
as a fucking teddy bear, right? But this persona that he puts on for YouTube is his vlogging persona, and he's been doing it so long, I'm not sure he could separate himself from it. If he saw a camera, it would just happen.
Oh my God.
Like, think about it, like an overworked muscle.
Interesting. You see,
Okay,
and
so you
okay.
spent what, the past 2 years talking into a speaker, basically screaming into the void,
Yes. Yes.
right? That's sort of a similar kind of vlogging kind of concept, but it is distinctly different. You know, you're not putting your face out there, you're not putting your persona out there, you're simply putting an avatar out there that represents a concept, and you're trying to support the concept using your personality. YouTube
Yeah.
has created the perfect environment for a cult of personality.
I cannot disagree with that assessment.
So the people you see between uh say 200 to 5,000 subs, right? These are your hardest working people in YouTube. You have people that are spending more, you have people that are putting in more effort, but you will not find content that is more passionate than in those first 1,000, 5,000 subs. These people
Interesting.
either have that fire that they really want to do this, or they just do it because they want to do it, not because they're trying to make a success out of it.
Mm.
If they
Okay.
shut the internet down tomorrow, would you keep talking into your phone and recording it
No.
just in case you come back up?
No.
No?
I mean, um,
Maybe. Maybe to kind of think shit out for yourself because you've
maybe.
done it so much for so long.
You know what? I'm still gonna. Um, I'm still gonna hard no. And the reason why I
Okay.
would hard no, and let me explain myself, because I didn't start off on YouTube. Um,
Right. No, I get it. You're not a YouTuber. You
no,
don't do anything YouTube like, really.
no. And I actually first started out on Facebook and on my personal Facebook profile, where I was adamant that I would speak the things that no one else ever said, simply because I couldn't stand the idea of people who thought like me thinking they were alone. That was sincerely the motivation behind uh, what I do and what I'm doing. It has nothing to do with the subs. It has nothing to do with the gotcha game. It's just about other people knowing that there are other people who think like them, and the
Okay.
amount
All right.
of the amount of algorithmic suppression, even from Facebook, is disgusting.
Oh, it really is. I
Oh,
don't
it.
use Facebook. Facebook,
Oh,
I've seen Facebook destroy so many lives by just existing, right? Because you got to remember, 10 years ago, if you
hmm
had some smart ass shit to say to your buddies, you'd have to go tap them on the shoulder or call them on a phone, and nobody'd be around to hear that shit.
hmm
Now, people post that bullshit with mentions and hashtags on their wall, and everyone gets every passing thought everywhere all the time.
yeah,
Now, that's not natural. No human ever evolved to be assailed by information that's more useless than freaking anything. It's the most useless thing. It's like the bread and butter at the door when you meet somebody and one of you opens the door for the other and it's not really a discussion. It's just like, "Hi, how you doing?" It's like
yeah,
that, but all the time and turned up to 24.
yeah. Yeah,
inane babble, useless monkey screechings, and what do they call it?
you know, as terrible as that is, that's not their greatest sin. It really is. Their greatest sin is, in addition to this constant babble, this constant um, barrage of voices, they
Right,
are, in addition to all of that, they are telling you you cannot self select your people because
right,
those people will be yeeted. Your group will be destroyed. It'll be banned. It'll be removed because we are going to arbitrarily accuse you of terrorism. It, it, it doesn't end. And so you're telling the public that only these people can self associate,
no, no.
can
It's
can
only these
can
people that
can have
speak
the
my
right to
line.
assembly. And so when you tell people, well, when you have a forum, when you have a place where people are accustomed to being barraged by information, being exposed to the public at large, um, and they don't get to hear or see people who sound like them, that's got to be hell. That has got to be the most demoralizing and lonely sensation one could ever experience. And I couldn't imagine being on the internet and not seeing yourself reflected in where you go.
Right. Well, YouTube and Facebook have two slightly different algorithms that function quite differently.
Hmm.
Um, Facebook is a little closer to being an actual public forum than YouTube is. YouTube is almost obviously a publisher.
Mm-hmm.
They only exist as a public forum in that they generally don't turn down people who want to start a channel. Pretty much anybody can start a channel.
Yeah.
But once you've started your channel, you've agreed to all of these conditions. And these conditions are tantamount to a muzzle and gag. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically a gag order. You get a gag order. There's this vast list of things you simply cannot discuss. And if you ever get anywhere near those topics and you're not on the right side of the topic that YouTube agrees with, then you incur the wrath of Suzanne, where
Yes.
you get shadow banned or directly banned or catch strikes or get report brigades. See, I strongly stand against report brigades, and I've got two channels that I've been kind of like following for a while, and both of them in two totally different communities just fell down the report brigade hole trying to report somebody else's channel for whatever reason. And I can't figure out why.
Mm.
They believe they have a reason. And so they report every single video, right? Well, let me tell you a story. I used
Okay.
a guy's content uh, to make shorts. Did 5 or 6 shorts. He loved them. One of them showed his face for a second. And instead of saying, hey, can you edit that or can you take that video down, which wouldn't have been a problem at all, he
Mm-hmm.
decided to use his 5 accounts from his 5 different channels to try to report me and have it taken down, right? He attempted to do a like a manual takedown, like a strike takedown, I think,
Oh
because he lost 4 accounts for misusing the report feature.
my God.
4. He emails me later. It's like, hey man, can you take down the thing that with my face on it? I was like, sure, and I took it down. And then like a week later, he emailed me and was like, I probably just caused problems for your channel, but I didn't really realize what I was doing. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, that takes a lot of balls to admit,
Yeah.
especially after getting smacked down the way he did, where they just eliminated 4 of his backup socks.
Oof. Oof.
They never told me shit. I knew nothing about it. I didn't get an email. I didn't get a notification. I didn't get the video was still up. I mean, I went and made it private, deleted it, but that's because he asked me to, and that was before I knew he'd done anything.
My
I mean, if I was a dickhead, I'd re-upload it, but
God.
I'm not. I'm not that guy anymore.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't ever. I don't understand the need to be that guy. You know, like well, mm, I've never had the pleasure of actually meeting an ideological opponent on YouTube just yet. I've never had that experience. Have you had that experience just yet?
Sort of, except they don't recognize themselves as being my opponent, except they oppose me in absolutely every framework.
Interesting.
They claim to be conservative and follow the narrative.
Wow.
Super duper,
Okay.
uber, super scooper woke, conservative.
So
Now,
a
you
retard.
take that. No, I'm sorry, I can't say that. She strikes me as an intelligent individual. I believe she's been brainwashed by a group of people and that they're all drinking from the same fountain, whatever that fountain might be.
Oh my gosh.
And I refuse to acknowledge the individual in question because in three attempts to have a conversation, it ended the same way each time. She got angry, basically called me some form of ist, left because rather than having a response to like simple things like, well, burning building down is arson, regardless of why you do it, and that's a felony,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I don't care why you're burning buildings down. That doesn't matter. I don't care if it's the cobbler's shop or the police station. That also doesn't matter. It's still arson, and that's still a felony.
Yes, it is.
So conversations about things like insurance and payoffs and whether or not they can build, rebuild, or move. Why would they rebuild if you're just going to burn it down again next week? And why would they move somewhere else where you're just going to show up in 6 months and burn it down there? Why would they even try?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, like, just got completely angry when I brought up, what about, say, the cobbler who's had the shop on the square for 5 generations since 1725 when his great 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 grandfather opened a shoe shop, the first one in Nantucket, right?
Yeah.
What if his shit gets burnt down? You cannot rebuild that.
No, because it's not just the brick or the wood or the mortar. It's it's the history, it's the sentiment, it's the feel of the thing. It's the antiquity that has been completely destroyed and renovated out of necessity. And okay, so here's what I like about what you do, Sasquatch. Um, and we should talk off stream about this. But you have a system going on where you intentionally identify and network those people who are within a certain subscriber range. Um,
Right.
have you made any headway into doing so for, say, BreadTube accounts that are
No, I haven't. Well, no,
okay? Now,
not at all. I've been kind of focusing on trying to create a network of active creators that are not adverse to sharing because during that vlogging period, do you remember back in, I don't know, 3 years ago, pre COVID, YouTube
hmm
didn't allow you to post videos in chat.
yeah,
You could not link a video that you made in your own comment section or in your own live stream chat.
yeah,
Do you remember that time period?
I do.
Do you remember that occurred right around the time the vlogging sphere collapsed in on itself because, nobody can watch that much bullshit,
Yeah,
right? Okay. So the people who survived that particular apocalypse of channel types went on to do other things in YouTube. And a lot of those people are involved in the bigger channels, and they still kind of ascribe to an old terms of service concept. In
Mm.
their head, it's against the rules to post a link. In their head, it's shilling and evil for you to push your channel in somebody else's chat. You're not supposed to be here to talk about your shit. You're supposed to be here to look at me. Look at me. Bloggers.
Oh, that is bizarre.
Think about it.
Oh my god. Okay, so
So,
oh my god. So
so when you
they
go into a chat that you've never been to, and they see your name, the Carnal Conservative, uh, and you comment a couple of things, which I know you don't do that, but you know, you get what I'm saying. You
yeah.
go in and you make a comment, and that one person in the chat that's always real friendly talks to you a little bit, and then the next thing you know, nobody responds to you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's because this is a mod that has fallen under the same philosophy of it's wrong to push your channel anywhere except for on your channel. These people
Ah,
believe you're supposed to grow based off of your own personal capability of, I guess, calling motherfuckers. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what they think because YouTube ain't helping.
yeah. Okay. So what they've done is they've corporatized on a really micro level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, well, yes and no. Yes, okay, no, because if you try to tell that to somebody who's involved with a channel with 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 subs, they're going to tell you they're full of shit. There's no type of a gatekeeping going on here. Anybody can come in.
Yeah,
But if you tell somebody that has 200 subs, they go, yeah, that shit's weird. I've noticed that.
yeah.
And
Now,
it's every single one. It's the super conservative liberal chick that I'm talking about. It's the weird mountain man who votes Democrat because Grandpappy did. There's the super woke hippie guy on the East Coast who is identical. They all have an identical philosophy of YouTube, and they seem to believe that it is against the rules, like literally against the law to them, to share other people's channels. You go to their channels, there might be a few other links that are associated with other channels that have supported their channel directly, that they
mm,
did collaborations with and stuff. But as far as just shouting out other people, no, that's special. That's super, super duper support. That's super special.
I see.
And then they come across me who throws that shit around like it's water.
Yeah.
I have the tiniest bit of influence and they treat me as if I have this huge freaking bomb on my back.
Well, I mean, if there are enough of you, you do have a massive bomb on your back.
Well, there's 10 more of me today than there was yesterday.
Thank God.
So, however that makes you feel.
No, it makes me feel like I enjoy the the community that you've built. It to me it is the only reason that I would um even slightly entertain you um making an opposition list is how do I put this? It's harder for people in our position to get noticed. And it's particularly difficult for those who have been, I guess, on the bread tube side to work through on their in their field. So my thinking is, if we were to weaponize each other, it'd be easier to break through to the fatter cats. Because if we're picking fights with one another, it's going to drag away attention from them, and it's going to hit a point where they can't ignore it. So they have to choose one to elevate and kick the rest down while securing more publicity for themselves, or they're just gonna get squeezed out by having other creators say far more enlightened shit, in my opinion.
Oh, I can say some enlightening shit. I mean, I've read so much enlightening shit that I can just regurgitate that shit all day and convince these assholes I'm some kind of fucking Buddha. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to awaken anybody. I don't want to woken nobody. I don't want to interrupt anybody's sleep. Hell, I don't even want to wake you up when you're taking a nap. My point is a multicultural global conglomerate is controlling every aspect of an individual's life through the concept of monetization and exposure to clout. And I don't
Hmm.
like it. And I think that there is I have approached this from the game theory concepts through the application of some Sun Tzu and Machiavellian tactics. And I think you can do it without ever fucking with those guys. You can leave them to die on the fucking vine over there by themselves.
Okay.
I don't think you have to do it. The
Yeah.
trick is the utilization of the community post is the most powerful thing your channel has. Singularly, the most powerful tool you have access to
Okay. You know what?
because it allows to document evidence, to show channels, to utilize unlisted live streams, and to share those. Not private, but unlisted. No one can find them unless they find your community post or someone who shared it.
Oh, that's
You
awesome.
can list channels as a mention, or you can list channels as a link to share, and you can link all associated channels as a mention, and it is sent almost directly to them into their feed. Whether they notice or not is debatable.
Now, Cheese Bear has heard a term before. Please define bread tube. Okay. Bread tube is the name or collection of uh, content creators on YouTube who are pro-communist.
Yeah, these guys are so far left, they make Attila the Hun look like, Gandhi.
Well, I mean, let's not associate Attila the Hun with, with leftists. I don't want to insult the dignity of Attila the
Right.
Hun.
All right. I'm just saying the authoritarian concept of like top down governing.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah, these guys are govern me harder people.
Yeah, and it's they want to be the philosophical uh, vlogger barista
So
when
you're talking like Hassan and that ilk.
that ilk, but I don't want them. To me, how do I they're too big for their own pants.
Oh, sure. Yeah, obviously.
And so the idea from my perspective would be to um, find someone with more subscribers or close to those in our own network. And yeah, I'm not even saying like network with them. I'm just saying figure out who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like get a
Yeah,
newsletter of who to look out for and um who to take a bite out.
you just roboted out pretty bad, bruh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me say it again. It give me an idea or a list of who I should be looking into taking a bite out
Right. Okay, so this is the third time I've had this request, an
of.
almost identical request, little different.
Okay.
Jake wanted me to find him a channel to have a religious discussion with. That's all retarded. I don't know if I can do it.
Uh,
Uh, Mandatory Carry wanted me to find a gun grabber channel that he could fight with. And you want liberals of TikTok on YouTube?
yes.
Okay, well, I'm covering the breadth and width of YouTube. I'll get there eventually.
Okay. All right. All right. And I don't. I'm the lives of TikTok on YouTube is an apt analogy because I don't want these people to engage with them necessarily. I want a list of targets, and I want list of targets who aren't necessarily that
I don't
big.
like that term. I don't like that term.
Which one?
Targets.
Yes,
I'm not targeting anybody.
yes. Okay,
In fact, I've got a couple of people I would like to target that I refuse to have anything to do with, won't even mention their name.
that's probably for the best.
I'm not doing that type of a channel. This ain't gotcha. We ain't trying to prove nothing. This ain't no. I can't explain it. I'm not political. I'm apolitical, but I believe that the most important thing on this earth is my daughter, and all of the rest of you can burn in a filthy, filthy hell. I don't care.
I no,
Fine.
I honestly adore the sentiment, but as you can tell from my content, I'm not of that mentality. I am not apolitical in any way, shape, or form. I am definitely political. I have a political agenda. I have a political ideology. I have all of those things. Uh, I'm of the opinion that mine that my ideas and my philosophy is closer to reality than everyone else. But every ideologue says that, so take it with a grain of salt.
I do.
But yeah, exactly. I mean, don't by all means don't take my word for it. If I didn't believe it, I wouldn't do it, and
Right.
the that's what makes me the ideologue or the radical.
Agreed.
So I do have an axe to grind. I
Hmm.
do have something
And more power to you. I'm not
to
trying to slap
aggress.
you. It's just that I have to be very explicit. I am not calling out the left against the right. I'm not calling out the right against the left. I'm not calling out the haves against the have nots. My purpose here is to stir the pot of YouTube by using YouTube's own tools against them. And if
Okay.
that involves having you on my show with somebody else that's going to scream at you and yell and say immoral things, I, as a channel creator, am behooved to be able to mute them or you, depending on who goes off the deep end first.
See, I love it because how do I put this? How do I am secure enough in my own position that such a middleman does not offend
Right, exactly. That is
me.
exactly what I'm looking for. Are people who are uh, confirmed enough in their own positions that they are capable of sitting there in the face of someone who simply disagrees and does
Hmm.
so vociferously. All right. I define myself as a constitutional agnostic. I don't care what you believe. Just go ahead and believe it. That's fine. I don't
Yes,
care what your politics are. I don't care which way you voted. Although I do believe that does influence certain things in one's life. Uh, because, I mean, it kind of actually, it doesn't. Some of the people that you meet that vote Democrat are the quintessential red line conservative, and they just vote Democrat because their neighbors vote Democrat and their cousins vote Democrat. And if you go talk to most of these individuals, they would individually rather vote for someone else, but they vote Democrat because they always straight ticket and their mama voted Democrat.
I
It's the
could
weirdest thing, dude.
I could not imagine um compromise as an individual. See that's the kind of person that has to wake the fuck up. Like that is the kind of person that when I meet on the street, I'm like, you like me, you agree with what I'm saying. Why are you not doing what needs to be done? That is ugh. Oh, I'm no, we're not gonna go there.
I can't. I
Yeah,
can't. I can't. I'm the wrong channel.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in time in the future, when I actually can see who's who and what's what, because I've talked to these people face to face, like I've done with you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I
Yes,
get
sir.
behind that computer veil where I get to see into your crazy little eyes and see exactly how many snakes is in the individual heads that I'm dealing with and get rid of the snakier ones of them. We can then have a conversation with two medium moderates. You
Yeah.
will not be able to get extremists into the same chat, and they will not trust me if I support you too much, and then you will not support me if trust me if I support them too much. Well, they're not going to trust me anyway because
No.
they don't trust anyone as far as I can tell.
Neutrality is oppression.
It's a fresh hell, dude. It really
I know.
is.
I,
I mean,
I,
there's no allies.
I had trouble. It's true, but even I had trouble conceiving of when I said it. Neutrality is oppression. Because that is exactly what they believe and how they behave, and it's
Do you,
so. Oh,
do you
yeah.
know how I see my channel? The meme, if I had to put my channel down as a meme, and I hate this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that scene in Futurama where it's the gray judge and he never makes an actual decision? I will allow this. That's how I feel. They're getting pretty
Total.
outlandish over there. So here's why I went with aliens, AI, ghosts, goblins, interdimensional elves, and drugs for the very first chill streams.
Okay.
So that I could later cover the extreme right wing, extreme left wing topics without it looking weird.
I mean,
Interesting correlation I've noticed. And I have
it.
no idea why this is, but check this tidbit of information out.
Okay.
Paranormal channels are Democrats. Do I need to repeat that?
I got another strange one for you.
Okay.
The lead scientist in the Genome Project on DNA and human structures are Christian.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Yes.
That's pretty good. I
Yes.
like that. That's good stuff. Actually, I got
Yeah.
to think about that one for a second.
It's true. In fact,
Hey, how much can I do on this little screen over here? I got things that says swipe up.
in fact,
I got screen
it
volume.
gets better. The lead scientist, who is a Christian working on the Human Genome Project, used to be an atheist.
But once he started dorking around with genes and the human genealogy, he became a Christian. Is that what you're saying?
I have no idea. But
Okay. All right.
here's something I'm gonna leave you with before we close this out, because I'm not gonna do this this next cavern on live while I'm trying to
Yeah.
have.
I'll blame.
Yeah, this requires some concentration.
I may have been there before. It looks
Yeah,
familiar.
I
I
know.
remember dying there.
Yeah, this is one of the same scenes from the beginning, but it repeats. So, anyways, um, in there is a myth in the atheist Christian in the atheist science community, and this myth says that Darwin's natural theory of the origins of the
Darwin's
species,
theory of
the
natural
natural.
selection through the selection of genes in nature. Yes.
Mhm.
Got
There is a myth, a retcon that this thing is completely cohesively and coherently connected to what we have discovered with human genetics and DNA, that they believe that these two things are one and the same. The absolute truth is they are not even close to being the same thing. Darwin had absolutely no fucking clue what DNA was. And he made guesses based on traits, which animals came from where, and how they went from one animal to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And we tested that genetically, and it was completely bunk. It was so radically wrong, we couldn't you couldn't justify the theory with the evidence. Now, the observations that Darwin made about natural and even more specifically artificial selection are observations that are as old as humanity itself. The observation that if you bred and mixed plant alleles in a certain way, that they will manifest in a certain way. And likewise with animals, if you breed animals with certain traits and certain traits, you will get, in probability, this matrix of results. That knowledge is literally in Scripture. That is not new.
It's also carved into the side of half the temples on earth, you know, before the dawn of time.
Yes, and just in case anyone wants a reference, go read Genesis 30. Genesis 30 was a biblical rendition and copy of Darwin's theory of, or Darwin's observation on artificial selection. That's exactly what that was.
I think your buddy just dipped out.
That's I'm not going to speak as to his intentions. I know Mildra. I know
Oh,
Mildra. I like Mildra, and I think Mildra realized that he walked in on something that was in over his head. Um,
I have a tendency of dragging people off the deep end, and we often end up in the weeds.
yes, we do. So, but back to the surprising, Christianity is scientifically agnostic. Christians have no bias when it comes to scientific discovery, because
I
when
don't know.
we
Those new age young Christian folks that are like trying to prove the firmament and shit. They
what,
bother me.
that is weird.
They weird people, man. I'm not saying that I wouldn't host one. I would do it, and I would do it credulously, as if I believed every word, because
Mm,
that is the nature of that show. That is how that show functions. It would not function any other way.
see that would,
So yeah.
but in the early ages, when we were first starting to become technologically in, in a forward place, it was because Christians decided to use science to discover God, and therefore the process and the results were inherently agnostic, because
Hey,
it
I've got another. I got another argument you could probably carry a little heavier into the fray if you wish.
go
Same
on.
same argument, different perspective.
Okay,
Before the Renaissance, there was a pre-Renaissance, and do you know where it took place?
where?
In Persia, where they tried to find God through science.
Hmm, interesting.
Go check out some of the earlier inventions of the Persian Empire. An argument could be made for early China having achieved similar results through a similar search. But I don't know if you could say it was a search for God. It was a search for oneness and enlightenment.
Immortality.
Yeah, but it was a search to become God. So it's analogous.
Correct. Ah, yes.
So
Now,
put that little
I'm
quiver in your
I'm
little
I'm not
arrow in
sure
your quiver.
I'm not sure if they're analogous, because what the Christians were willing to say is whatever we found is inherently of a divine order. That's
Right.
that's that's different than trying to use the scientific method to become the divine order. Um,
I mean, you still end up with the scientific method either way.
I'm not debating that in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, and the motivation counts. It truly does, and here's
Okay.
why.
The motivation matters. I'll give you
It,
that. But the
and
results can't be argued with.
well, that's where I'm having doubts because we have this new atheist scientism uh, paradigm taking over the science community, and it's become religious in that their belief system of evolution being real and valid must always be reaffirmed in new findings, or they question the science rather than uh, their presumptions. So that's what's throwing me for a loop. Is there is this false equivocation between Darwin and DNA, and Darwinism, for whatever reason, the theory of evolution, for whatever reason, is being held up as this a priori status when it didn't even make muster. So there is room for skepticism and doubt. So um, make of that what you will. So
Yeah. Yeah.
paranormal investigators being Democrats, not surprised. um,
Right.
the right side of theology and society has always been a little more grounded in reality.
So let me ask you this: what would you assume preppers were?
Oh my God. Um, I would assume that preppers were libertarian.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you that one. But on the libertarian front, would you expect them to fall to the left or right side?
Being anti-establishment, I'm gonna go with the left.
Okay. So what I've discovered in having emailed, talked to, messaged, Instagram, Discorded, everything I could think of, probably 150 prepper channels, and
Mm-hmm.
only had two or three that were willing to come on the show, I find a significant shift to right wing voters, but left wing non voters are preppers.
That is interesting.
The interesting part and the defining point comes to gun handling, not the possession of guns, not the First Amendment, but the question of rules, regulation, and enforcement of the proper handling, storage, and control of guns.
There's a
Go look at the
reason.
channel.
There's
Yes,
a
go look at their
reason.
channel.
Come again?
You'll go look at their channels. You'll find that the ones that depict themselves with a gun in frame, hanging on a wall, leaned in a corner, sitting on the shelf, on the table behind them, are almost all Republican voters or lean to the right for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go check the prepper channels where you've got all of exactly the same content, but you never see a firearm, those are left leaning. And as far as I can tell, they largely don't vote. They're also often vegan and very regularly doing either keto or some type of a spiritualism. They're involved in freaking seances and witchery and weirdness like that, but it's not on their channel. That's other platforms.
You know, my gay brother is vegan, and we had a joke together. Me and my wife are doing Mrs. Carnal makes a mean keto lasagna, and yes, it is possible. But to the point, my gay brother and I realized that with our diets combined, we will eat nothing.
Yep, yep. I've got you beat. I'm allergic to soy. That's not a joke. That's not a euphemism. I'm not trying to be funny or speaking out of turn. I'm saying I can't eat soy pectin. I can't eat lectin. I can't eat things that possess soy proteins or beans or sunflowers.
So
So
you
if we
were,
go vegan, it's going to kill me. I'm going to die.
I was just gonna say, so you were blessed by God to always maintain your testosterone.
A complete and total Chad from birth. Yes, I
Yes.
can't help it. And I tell you some really weird things. Like I was at a buddy of mine's wedding, and I've known this guy since we were in like short pants together, right? Like grade school.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we didn't always get along, but he got along with my friends, and I got along with his friends. But me and him, we never really kind of jobbed. I end up invited to his wedding because I'm also real good friends with his wife. Go figure. We all went to the same high school. Anyway,
It happens.
so while I'm there, one of her college friends comes charging over to a group of rednecks who are sitting around a water spigot that's spewing water, and we're kind of betting which one of us is going to get sprayed next because it's kind of random.
Mm-hmm.
Boys will be boys. Anyway, this is the conversation we're having about who's going to get their tuxedo wet first because boys. And she charges in and says, "Do you have any idea what the strongest muscle in the female body is?" I said, "Obviously the vagina, unless it's your mouth."
Oh my.
And she lost her shit. I thought the guys that were standing there were going to die laughing. She turned bright red and screamed into the night, "We've got a live one." And I was like,
Oh.
in the silence that her scream that we have a live one, I said, because I've been beating on vagina all my life and I've never seen one back off yet. And she just turned and walked away and went and told her buddy to come straighten me out. And he come over and asked me, he's like, "What did you say to her?" I said, "The truth." And it really fucked her day up. And he blew a snot bubble, walked away, and went and told the guy who had invited me that I should probably have a YouTube channel.
My
He's like,
God.
"That shit was worth 1 million views." He films that crap, it's going to be on.
My God.
I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to be a savage, but it's just like it's one of those things. When people start being stupid, I just show them how stupid they're being. It's not even a thing that I have to make an effort to do. Dumb questions,
It,
dumb answers.
it's one of those things where sometimes tact is overrated.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, man. I am signing off.
Yeah, brother.
I'm. It's been a night. I have work in the morning. Everyone, say Carnal. God bless. Thank you, Sasquatch. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Leave your
Appreciate it.
channel in the comments in the live chat, and afterward, be my guest. You are a friend of the channel.
All right, brother. Same to you, man. Anytime I'm doing an after dark or I have an open panel, hop in. Worst you can do is piss somebody off and they'll leave.
Well, glad to be
I
of
mean,
service.
yeah, I mean that if they can't tolerate a logical conversation, they can all go straight to hell anyway. I really can't help them.
Well, and Godspeed with that. Goodbye, brother.
All right, brother. Peace out.